Hi, Lee Phillips here. Yeah, I'm still an attorney. Don't worry about it. I don't bite much. I want to talk about basically wrapping up your living revocable trust, or does your living revocable trust live on after you die? What happens? What's going to happen is your trustee, the guy who is the successor trustee, the guy that takes over after you die, is going to come in and they're going to read the trust, and the trust is going to say that the assets, your assets, are divided equally amongst the three kids, whatever it is. And that's their guideline. Now, how do you divide the house equally between three kids? Well, you sell the house. It's going to take a while to sell a house. They may have to clean up the house. They're going to have the lawn mowed while the house is up for sale. All of that sort of stuff. And the trustee is going to keep the trust going during that period so that they can deal with the asset. They clean out the house. They have to have the house appraised. I don't know what they have to do. But the trustee needs to keep money in their accounts. They're administering your assets, and it's going to take money to have the lawn mowed. So they don't immediately give all of the money out to the three kids, even though the kids are standing there with their greedy little palm out saying, I want my money, I want my money, I want my money. No, they can't give all the money out. They need to reserve enough that they can administer the estate. The house will be sold. Maybe it'll be rented for a couple of years because the market isn't good right now. Those are all decisions that the trustee has to make, and hopefully they're talking to the other kids. One of the kids is the trustee, the other two aren't. And they can decide what needs to be done. Sell a house now when it's down, and that's a good place to buy real estate, by the way, is from estates. It's good because the kids want their money, and they want it yesterday. So if the kids are smart enough, they can manage the assets well. When the house has been sold, all the assets have been managed, all we have left is a bank account, then the trustee is going to distribute the money out of the bank account, zero it out, and the bank account will go away. At that point, the trustee has to file a final tax return, because when you died, the trust became an irrevocable trust, and the trustee had to get a tax ID number. They have to file a 1041 form every year, just like you did. They're going to distribute all the money out. That's another YouTube video. But once all the money's been distributed, the house is gone, everything's gone, then the trust just dies. We file a final tax return, check the box, final return, and at that point it's over with. So trusts can last for decades. I personally think my trust is going to last for decades after I die. I have a bunch of rental properties. And frankly, I would hope the kids would continue to manage the rental properties because they'll be a good income for the kids. So in that case, the trust could last a long time. I don't know how long your trust is going to last, but when all the assets have been wrapped up, sold, split up, whatever happens, then the trust dies, and it's just goes away basically because it doesn't have any assets. What's its use? This is Lee Phillips talking about, will my trust live on?